What's up everybody and welcome back to the channel. In today's video we're going to take a look at this brand new 2022 Chrysler Pacifica. Big shout out and thank you to Feeney Chrysler Jeep Dodge and Ram for providing this minivan for today's video. Check them out, I'll have their website linked down below. And the model that we're looking at today is the Limited All-Wheel Drive S Appearance, finished off in velvet red pearl and has an MSRP at $55,000. Underneath the hood, the Chrysler Pacifica gets a 3.6 liter naturally aspirated 6-cylinder engine. This V6 pumps out 287 horsepower with 262 pound-feet of torque, and it's paired to a 9-speed automatic transmission. It sends the power to all 4 wheels and has a curb weight around 4,500 pounds. Running on a 19-gallon fuel tank, you can expect 19 miles per gallon in the city with 28 out on the highway. The overall length is 204.3 inches with a wheelbase at 121.6. Width is 79.6 with height at 69.9 inches. This also has approach angle at 14 degrees with breakover at 13 degrees. Minimum ground clearance is 5 inches and then departure angle is 19 degrees. And then now moving to the exterior styling with this loaded up Chrysler Pacifica. This exterior paint color looks really nice, extremely deep with the color. And it's a pretty aggressive looking minivan. You can see the LED headlights that have a very nice look sunken into the bodywork. You get a white DRL around them with the projector beam. You can also see the blacked out housing. We get a blacked out grille with a dark gray trim color that matches the Chrysler logo right in the center. There's also a forward facing camera and then gloss black mesh. The lower portion of the bumper gets a safety sensor and the same gloss black mesh with parking sensors, more trim coming around towards the fog lights, sensors on the farthest side with that gunmetal trim, then a nice front splitter to add some aggression. I think Chrysler did a really good job just giving this a nice sporty design. The hood even has sharp lines in the center, and you can see how wide it looks. And then moving to the side profile, this Pacifica gets a set of 20-inch wheels in all 4 corners with a really nice dark design and a multi-spoke look. You can see one of the parking sensors in the front bumper, and then sharp lines cutting their way towards the side profile. You can see a sharp line going through the center of the doors all the way towards the taillights, and then another one in the lower portion of these doors. You can see body colored door handles and body colored mirror caps with a camera as well as an integrated turn signal, and then all blacked out trim for the side windows. Very nice design. We get black roof rails and a panoramic roof. Then the overall side profile is very proportional looking. Like I said, it's a pretty sporty looking van. You can see some sharp lines in it. And I like how the rear end of the bodywork is even cut into with this gloss black trim above the taillight. You can see an integrated spoiler in back with your third brake light, then all gloss black trim around this rear glass. Taking a look at the taillight now, it spans all the way from one side to the other. You can see the lights on the farthest sides. It looks super modern back here. Chrysler logo in the center, and then more sharp lines all throughout the rear bumper. We get the Pacifica S badge, and then the Limited All-Wheel Drive, and then more sharp lines in the lower portion of the bumper with black trim and your parking sensors. So there's a good look at the exterior with the Chrysler Pacifica. Like I said, very sporty looking, and I love the color, super deep paint. We now have Chrysler's key fob, you get the logo on one side, and then quite a few different buttons. If I go ahead and lock it, we get remote start. If I double tap on that and hold it, the engine will start up, which is a really good feature to have. Very quiet as you would expect. Pressing the button once, it'll shut off. And then keeping it locked, I can just grab the door handle, automatically unlock it, and check out the interior. This Pacifica gets a Napa leather interior finished off in black, and you're going to see contrast stitching as well as piping. If we take a look at the door panel now, finished off all in black, we get the smooth leather along the armrest with some padding and your grab handle, window controls and mirror controls, as well as your release handle and memory seating. There's a little bit of storage down below as well, and then a Harman Kardon audio system. Moving our way inside, you can see all of our power controls on the left side of the seat with the smooth leather and contrast piping as well as stitching. We get all the perforated leather in the center. These have a very nice and premium feel and look to them. We get the S logo as well as more stitching along the headrests. And then spinning around, we get a black smooth leather steering wheel with a 3-spoke design. And then now inside the Pacifica, keeping my foot on the brake, we can go ahead and fire it up. You can see how we have a tachometer over on the left side with your speedometer on the right and blue ambient lighting all around. There's an LCD screen right in the center that you can control using this panel. If we take a look at vehicle information, you can scroll left and right, see all sorts of different items. Continuing down, you have more information for driver's assistance that will come up. We also have fuel economy, trip information, and things like that, start, stop. And then getting all the way back to our main screen, you can get a digital readout for your speed. Taking a look at the steering wheel, we get a large Chrysler logo. We get Bluetooth controls over on the left side, and then all the cruise control settings on the right, as well as the distance pacing. You can see a turn signal stalk on the left, and then all of your wiper blade controls on the right. And then you can see we have all the headlight controls, as well as the interior dimming, one of the air vents, and then black trim running across the entire dashboard. You can see a stitching design to it and some pretty cool contours. And then we get 2 air vents right in the center. And if I go ahead and put the car into reverse, we get a full backup camera with top-down view. And I really like how you can configure this. You can see our front view, then a full screen front and rear, then a massive rear view. So I definitely like all the different cameras that you're gonna get. We can go back into park. And then taking a look at the center screen now, this is configurable. We have the nav, audio, as well as phone, and you can even add more to this. We can tap our media icon and see all of that. Then we have all these settings for climate. Very easy, you can adjust what you'd like. Same with the rear climate control. You can also go into your navigation screen and get a full view of everything, really large screen, and I like how snappy everything is. We have the integration for your cell phone, along with a vehicle icon that you can configure. With this fam cam, you can check all the back seats. So very cool the way everything is laid out for this. Then the apps icon, you can see a few things like Android Auto. And then we have a few icons up top to conveniently and quickly access some more climate controls. And then below the screen, you can see more controls for all the audio. We have your steering wheel and parking sensors and lane keeping you can adjust, screen on and off. Then you have physical climate controls down below. You can tap this to go into your different modes. Same with your fan speed, all the different temperatures and air conditioning. You can see the piano black trim. Underneath that, we have more of the same trim. Pushing this forward, it'll lock up. You can see a wireless phone charging mat down here with some storage, along with several USBs and auxiliaries. You can push that back. We also have storage all up in here. And then you can see 2 cup holders in the center, as well as the center console. We have a change storage area, a few more USBs, and then you can easily slide this closed to have a nice clean look. Taking a look at the glove box now, we can grab the handle and open it up, and you get a pretty large bucket in there for a lot of items. And then one last look at this interior, really premium in here. I do like the leather, the stitching, and it's really nice to see how we have adjustable armrests for the driver as well as the passenger. And then taking a look up at the ceiling, we get a full panoramic roof up here, finished off in black with the sunshade. You can see controls up top for your rear doors and dome lights, sunglass holder, and then the automatic sunshade as well as the glass. And then taking a look at the rear seat space, I can double tap on the button on the key fob and the door's gonna automatically slide open. Very convenient feature to have, as you can tell. Moving inside, the second row gets 2 captain's chairs, finished just like we saw up front. And I really like how they get 2 different armrests, one on the left side, and then you can grab one on the inside as well. So really nice seating back here. We also get some storage up in front, as well as 2 USB ports. Then you can see all the storage space you get up in front for your feet. You can even grab these panels and open it up, and this will be the stow and go area where the seat will hide away. You can also grab this upper lever and pull the seat forward, and it'll roll a little bit out of the way to give you good access to enter and exit the 3rd row. Then I can manually push it back, and then you can pull this one up and have this fold nicely flat. To operate the stow and go, what you're gonna do is grab this panel right here on the floor, lift it up, it'll lock all the way up out of the way, and just pull the lever on the back side of the seat. And you can push the back end first, and then kind of just give it a good firm push down. Grab this front panel where everything is all together, and you have a nice flat floor. So then sitting in the second row of the Pacifica, the lever on the side is also a recline lever, and this goes really far back. Wow, this would be an awesome family vehicle for a road trip, which is probably what they're designed to do. And the armrests are pretty cool as well to have, so pretty comfortable back here. We even get along this door panel, you can see a sunshade right here, which is a great feature. You have your window switch as well as a heated seat control down below, and plenty of knee room and leg room even with this seat set pretty far back. And then sitting now in the 3rd row, obviously with the stow and go seat out, you have a mile of footroom. This is a nice place to be already. We have controls right here for the recline, all the way reclined back. It's pretty comfortable. You can get it up a little bit. And you even get sunshades in the back here, which is also a great feature with air vents up in the ceiling. So if I head on over to this seat, where I have this one reclined all the way back even, I still get plenty of knee room and leg room This is crazy how nice and comfortable it is being in the back of this car. We get some cup holders and a little bit of storage space in here as well. And then the headrest will even fold down for better visibility for your driver. And then moving on to the cargo space, I can double tap the button on the key fob. Of course, use the one on the back or interior. And we get so much interior space back here, as you would expect. It goes down very, very far. You can fit pretty much anything in here. We do have our stow and vac. If I pull this panel up, you can see our vacuum cleaner all integrated in here, which is a cool feature, of course, to keep your car nice and clean. And then you can see with the headrest down how they look. And there's also buttons back here for different ways to do everything. If I tap that button, you can see how they're going to automatically start folding forward, and you don't even need to hold down the button. So they're going to go down, and they're starting to go backwards, and they're going to stow in this whole area, as you can see. So really nice use of space in this vehicle. They completely are going to get out of the way as if they don't even exist. And you can see with that one all stowed, the seats are 100% gone in this minivan. Super impressive the way everything is laid out. There's even more buttons to automatically recline the third row, and then to get them back up out of the way, you just press the normal button and they're gonna automatically get back to where they belong. So super cool feature. And then right in the side, we have our button. Pressing that, we can close up the lift gate, and then double tapping on the key, we can go ahead and close the door. All right guys, so we are setting off now in the Chrysler Pacifica. This really is a pretty luxurious option for so many people to be in here in so much comfort. The third row is mind-blowing how a full-grown adult can fit back there with plenty of legroom, headroom, and everything that you need. So getting my bearings in the driver's seat now, you have a really good view out the front end. Huge windshield, extra pieces of glass and everything. And it feels like a nice car to be in. You know, for the price point, you know, you'd hope there are some nicer materials, and things you touch feel nice. The steering wheel has really good leather on it. Armrests are in a great place, and I like how you do have this one. You can get it out of your way if you don't like it. So I think it's pretty cool how there's so many configurations in a minivan like this. So let's get up to some speed. We're just in normal drive, and we'll feel out the all-wheel drive and performance. Wow. Look up. A lot of low-speed pep to it. Wow. That was up to 45 miles an hour without really even thinking. That's pretty impressive. I was not expecting this to feel that quick. It's got some weight to it, obviously, but it has some pep. Let's do another acceleration. Wow. This feels almost fast. I'm actually blown away. Wow, that just like went from 30 to 50 without even thinking. That is really impressive. So as far as ride quality goes, we're on a very bumpy road, as you can probably hear. It feels nice and solid though. The suspension absorbs these bumps pretty well. Honestly, it takes them pretty nicely. Now onto some smooth roads. Definitely a smooth car, I'd say. You know, this is gonna be something you're gonna be driving every day. This is the family vehicle, the soccer mom car, whatever you wanna call it. This is gonna be taking the kids, the whole family, the friends, and be driven a lot. These are gonna get a lot of miles racked up on them. And it's nice that it's comfortable. You know, it's really nice to be in here. Of course, you have some technology and luxury features. The steering is also pretty effortless. It's easy to drive this, it really is. Of course, cruise control with the distance spacing and things like that. View around is pretty good. It's a long vehicle. There's a lot going on back there. But of course, you know, you have a pretty good view around. Yeah, not really anything to complain about. You know, you're buying this because you're gonna be putting a lot of people and a lot of stuff in it. And if you stow all those seats all the way down, you could actually use this as a utility vehicle and even put some 2x4s or plywood in there. But pretty nice overall vehicle. Get back up to speed. It has a pretty good sound to it too. We'll test out the cruise control. But yeah, definitely a pretty comfortable minivan to cruise in. And I like how you get so much storage space. There's even storage underneath the dashboard here. And then on each side of the seat, there's a plastic tray for an umbrella that you could stow back there, which is kind of nice to see that type of use. Obviously, like I said, this is the family vehicle. You're gonna be putting a lot of people in it, using it a lot. So it's nice that there's umbrella spots on each side of the front seats for use like that. So definitely really cool. And then flipping around to the point of view, just giving it a little bit of throttle, nicely up to speed, makes a good sound too. The seats really do get in a comfortable position, good padding to them, And like I said, nice view around. Good use of materials. Not really too much more to say. You know, this is just a normal vehicle you're going to be driving, and driving a lot in. And definitely think there's a lot to offer. It seems like Chrysler has kind of been the pioneer of the minivan world. I think they were almost the first ones to come out, at least with the Town and Country back in the day. And I feel like once it switched over to the Pacifica, I feel like the style really got ramped up to where it was a good looking vehicle. Because before, minivans were pretty boring, not gonna lie, but this actually is pretty sporty looking. And then some of the things in here, like the Stow and Go, is something you just don't see elsewhere. This almost feels like the luxury minivan. If you're gonna look at all the ones in this segment, I think Chrysler is definitely on point with luxury. And of course you could tone it down if you don't want to spend this much, but it's nice that they give you the options for sure. So I think that is then it for a full look at the 2022 Chrysler Pacifica. Big shout out and thank you once again to Feeney, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram for providing this vehicle for today's video. Take a look at their website, linked below. They have a huge selection of the 2022 model year vehicles, so check them out. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. Stay tuned for plenty more content, and I'll see you guys in the next video.